Hello and welcome to Jewellery Rescue. I'm Kat and I'm a girl on a mission to rescue and recycle the world's unwanted jewellery. So I'm just back from town where I picked up this huge bag of broken jewellery. It's come from a charity shop and I paid £5 for it, keeping it out of landfill. I'm hoping there's going to be some treasures in here that I can upcycle and resell, so we're going to take a look through together. Before we do, please don't forget to like and subscribe down below so that you can see future videos like this. Okay, let's dive in. My goodness, I don't even know where to start with this lot. So I've just weighed the bag on the bathroom scales just to see how much was here, and it's £6 worth of broken jewellery. I can see that there are also a few tags in here as well, so there must be some unsold bits from the shop here too. As I said, it's all come from a charity shop and would have likely just gone into landfill if I hadn't picked it up and made a donation. So I'm looking forward to seeing what we can find. I've got various little pots around to sort out loose beads and studs and things. I can see there's all sorts here. So I guess let's just dive in. So this one is a vintage costume bracelet, sadly missing a piece there. I'm going to put that into my craft bits. I might be able to reuse the chain. Somebody else might be able to make it into something else. I've actually got two of these bracelets in much better condition in my Etsy shop at the moment. They have a hinge. I think they were probably 70s, 80s. This one sadly has lost a lot of its enamel, which is a real shame. Somebody might like it for a collection. I will list it up and see if there's any interest in that one. Love this little earring, well, big earring with a leaf on. That's wood. I'm going to pop that to one side because perhaps we'll find another one if I can get it untangled from these bits. Nope. That might be a task for later. Oh, there we go. Pop that to one side. We've got just a costume stud here. I'll put that aside as well. Manta ray watch. I don't really do very much with watches. I can do basic battery changes with them, but I tend to lock them together for somebody who knows what they're doing. Just a costume bangle here. Oh, that's missing one, so I'll put that in the craft lot. A lot of tangles here. That's just a basic stud. Pop that with the other ones. Now that I can definitely reuse. I'll either make a pendant, perhaps I could put a drop in the middle there, or if I find the other one, they'll go as a pair of vintage earrings. Excuse me. Oh, that's a beautiful piece of lapis lazuli stone, and it's been made in a macrame knot ring. I'll see if I can clean that up. If not, perhaps the stone could be reused. Some pretty beads here. They're just plastic though. They'll probably go into my box of beads that I make upcycle bracelets with children for workshops. That's a pretty mother of pearl earring. I'll pop that with the leaf to see if we can find a partner for it. Just an empty bag there. I will reuse that. This off, I think, to get this tangled out. Talk amongst yourselves. I've got a feeling we're going to have quite a lot of tangles in this lot. What does that say? Jill. Those beads will go into my children's workshop lot too, if I can get it untangled from that. We've got a hairpin there. Goodness me, what have we got attached to it? Oh, that's another hair. One of those things you twist into your hair. Put those to one side. So I've said this before in previous videos, but if you've got a tangle, sometimes it helps to undo the clasps. There we go. What have we got here? They look like shell. Aren't they sweet? I will try and make perhaps some of my teeny tiny earrings with those. That's a good find. Loved. Looks like somebody's handmade. That's quite sweet. That's an earring. Again, I'll take the beads off of that for the children's workshops. What have we got here? Oh, that's a nice vintage enamel earring. I'll put that with the other single earrings and we'll see if we can make any matches later. I do sell some pre-loved jewellery in my retail concessions, so this will probably go in with one of those, just like a sort of pound an item type thing. Sweet little cameo, but just a plastic one. Just costume, and it's come out of its brooch. Maybe we'll find the brooch. What does this one say? Not our friend. These look like they could be little quartz. Nope, they're plastic. That'll go in the children's workshop bag. And I've sold these before. Little origami cranes. You see, it's a bird. Perhaps we'll find a mate for that. That's a bit of plastic bag. Indian bangle, unfortunately damaged. Shame. These are quite sweet, aren't they? They look like faces. I don't think they're supposed to look like faces, but they do to me. I'll definitely reuse those beads. They're quite cool. Oh, I like that one. Let's test that with the magnet. Okay, so I was just checking with the magnet to see whether we've got any response there. We didn't. Doesn't necessarily mean that it is a precious metal. I don't actually think it is silver looking at it, but a cool vintage earring. If I can't find the other one, then that can be made into a pendant. Clip-on earring there with a bead stuck inside it. Pretty stud, but just costume. Put that with the other studs. Have a look at this one. Wow, that's a pretty Art Deco style earring, isn't it? It's just costume jewellery, but that is quite eye-catching. Missing any stones? No, not missing any stones. We'll see if we can find a partner for that. If not, it will become a pendant. That's a very cool earring. So this is the sort of thing where it's on a stud back. I always change my earrings onto new hooks when I resell them. So if there's a pair for that, I'll just put them onto dangly hooks rather than studs. I don't know if we're going to find pairs for these earrings. I haven't had the bag from this particular charity shop before, so whether this has just got the, the bag that they throw the single things in, I don't know. We'll see. This is missing some stones, so that'll go into a craft lot. That's quite a cool vintage earring. Not real pearls, not real gold, but quite cool. What have we got in here? Wow, look at those. They're fabulous. Pat Butcher, eat your heart out. Okay, so I need to make a decision on those. I can sell them because they're clip-ons. I could sell them as they are as a vintage pair, or I could take them off and put them onto danglies, but then we'd obviously lose the effect of that. I might list them as a clip-on, see if they go, and if not, then I'll upcycle them. Something else in that bag. Oh, it's a bag. I think we will put that one in the bin. It's a tag. These little bags I will always reuse for storing beads and things in. Another stud. Can't really do very much with studs unless they've got a dangly bit I can remove. Another one there. It's just costume. Oh, interestingly, in my last video where I did one of these unboxings, we found this same bracelet, or a very similar one, with amethyst beads. So it's discoloured. I don't think these are real silver. All of the links are discoloured, but I will reuse those gemstones. They're probably a dyed howlite looking at them. There's another clip-on vintage one. Costume stud. That's interesting. That's a glass, an art glass piece, and it looks like it's a sterling silver hook. Pop that to one side, see if we can find the other one. Pretty agate beads. I can reuse those beads. What's this? Oh, that's a hoop earring that's got squished, I think. Not magnetic. Looks like it could be silver, so I will pop that to one side to have a look for markings. That looks like it could be silver too. Put that in the same pile. This is a broken clip-on that will go in with the craft stuff. And that's quite cool. It's modern stud, but I can take that off and make it into either an earring or a pendant. More beads. These are some pretty glass beads. I'll be able to reuse those. Right, now we've got a vintage bead necklace. Sadly has lost its big one from there, but those beads could definitely be reused. Look like an early plastic perhaps. Oh, this is nostalgic for me. My grandmother used to have lots of things that were like this, a sort of paste or rhinestones. This is broken, unfortunately, it's missing its clasp, but I will see if there's anything I can do to reuse these sweet little flowers. Separate that there. Another damaged bangle. Sadly, nothing I can do with that. Another clip-on. Another bead. That's like a peacock bead. It's kind of oily looking. And the loose ones. And that looks like a lump of earwax, but it's a gemstone of some sort. Maybe it's a carnelian. Don't know. Let me know in the comments if you think you know what that is from the video. Pop those to one side. Oh, I actually had these earrings many years ago. They were from somewhere cheap, accessorised maybe. That's really sweet, but I'm not really sure I can do very much with that. A little power shell fish. Put that with our single earrings, and some more beads that can be reused. Another empty bag. And just some costume hoops. What is this? Bally. Oh, it's probably come off a Bally handbag. Don't know if that's got any resale value. Probably not in that condition, but I will look it up. There's a vintage enamel earring. Haven't found any pairs yet, have we? What does that say? A kahuna. I'll put that with the other watch. Stud. I guess that's an earring. Maybe missing something in the middle there. I could take these off and make those into earring pieces. I will try and do something with that one. There's another piece of that earwaxy looking gemstone. Not sure what I'm going to do with those. Aha, we found our first pair. Here we go. Those glass crosses. Those are quite cool. It's another hair spiral. I used to manage a Claire's accessories store in my 20s and we used to sell loads of those for bridesmaids and flower girls and things. This is a vintage clip. What does it say on there? Oh, it's a patent number. It's missing a few of its sparklies, unfortunately, but I will have a look, see if there's anything I can do with that. There's some big wooden beads. Might be able to reuse those. Ah, here's what that other earring should have looked like. Look, with its sparkly in the middle. And it was a clip-on. A leaf. I absolutely love making leaf earrings. If you've been in my Etsy shop before, you'll see there's quite a few leaves. So we'll definitely reuse that one. I think I may have found another pair here. Look for that. The first enamel one that we found. Those are gorgeous. Those will be going in my Etsy shop. Wow, look at this 80s one. Oh, another abalone shell. I will definitely make that into something else. Oh, look, there's a brooch to go with that bracelet that we found earlier. That's cute. Looks like little sailboats. It's probably another 80s or 90s enamel one. What does that say? Oh, Stella and Dot. Stella and Dot still got a resale value? I don't know. I'll pop that with the studs and see if we've got another one. This is broken, whatever it is. That's a shame. Quite a sweet little costume bracelet. And with the craft bits. Another piece of gemstone. Now this is probably 80s, just a vintage plastic and a very thin metal, but I like these. I will make those into earrings. These metal bits. Another sweet little earring there. Rose stud, there's loads of studs in here. So this particular charity shop that I've picked this up from are not allowed to sell earrings anymore. That's why they're selling the earrings in here. It was a pair for that fabulous one. I'm looking forward to upcycling those. Another little clip on. A couple of loose beads there. I just found the other crane and the other one of those enamel ones. We're doing pretty well on pairs now, aren't we? Quite a few. This is a little heart stud, and I think that one is silver. Yep, it's got 925 on the back. Just going to pick out a few more of the loose bits and bobs off the table. Oh, there's a little dragon. He's sweet. Pretty sure he's silver yet. There's a 925 on the back, so I'll put that with the other silver one. What do you guys think about selling studs? Do you clean them up and sell them on, or do you melt them down for scrap or sell them on for scrap? I'd love to know what other people do. That's a broken sparkly. Another vintage larger earring. I'll pop that to one side as well. That's a nice clip-on. It's been handmade enamel. That's a button. Not quite sure why that's in there. That's a nice vintage one. Looks like it might be alpaca silver, maybe. It doesn't look like sterling silver. Just chucking some more beads out of shot. Oh, look at these. I have a daughter called Daisy, so I think they may have to be kept somehow if I can convert them onto new studs. These are really cool. Another one of those costume hoops. That looks like silver. Yeah, it's not magnetic. I can't see any markings, but my instincts are telling me that that is silver. I'm going to put it in the pile of possibly silver. That looks like a connector piece from one of those multi-strand bracelets. It's where the beads are popped. That one we found earlier. Ooh. I don't like butterflies, guys. I had an incident in a butterfly house as a child, and I've been scared of butterflies ever since. So I'm not massively keen on this one. Not really sure. Oh, it must have been a badge back, I guess. That'll go in my craft lot. Oh, that's got an earring attached to it. I thought that was a bit strange. That's fun, isn't it? I guess it's missing one from there probably, so I might upcycle that. In fact, I think that's probably the other dangle, in which case I will just fix it. I've dropped that bead now. We will come across it later. There's a cufflink. Do people still buy cufflinks? I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you sell them. That I think is just rubbish, but I'll put it to one side. That's a bit of a grim ring that's gone funny over time. But sometimes I have been fooled before with a very, very black ring that did have a 925 mark. So I will double check it, but I think that's just rubbish. This looks like a necklace is broken in here, which is a shame because somebody's hand wire wrapped that. So I will reuse those. If there are nice pairs, then perhaps they'll be made into earrings. Or I could fix it. An earring in a bag here. That looks like stone. So I can reuse the bottom part and make it into a pendant, or earrings if there's another one. One of those wooden ones. And the pair to that one that we found earlier. That's interesting. Little horseshoe. Should that be attached to this? What is that? I'm not entirely sure what that is. It kind of looks like rosary beads, but it's got a horseshoe on it. It's not big enough to be a necklace. I don't know. Tell me in the comments if you have any idea. Ooh, what's this? That's a lovely sparkler. Sadly missing one or two of its stones, but perhaps somebody might like it if I put it in with my pre-loved. A sparkly choker, oh so 90s. But that is back in, maybe somebody might like it. That's a fun clip-on vintage. Bangle, missing a stone. A bag we can reuse. One of those heart studs. What have we got in here? It's a pair of earrings that have broken. I can easily fix those and put them onto new hooks, so I probably will do that. These are just some faux pearls on a bracelet, but I'm always looking for faux pearls to reuse to make other things, so I'll reuse the beads. This I can see there's a pair. Clip-ons. Not sure whether I'll be able to salvage those. They've got bits missing, but I'll have a look at them. We're attached here. I might need to look at that later because it's pretty well caught on there. It's on the other end. Oh, it's one of these sort of floating bead necklaces where they've been attached onto the chain and it's broken. those beads can be reused. That's the one we found earlier. Maybe I'll use that for something. The chain I will definitely reuse. I'm always looking for chains. There's a watch strap back here. That's strange. Watch with no face. Oh, perhaps that's come off there maybe. I'll have a look at that later on. Okay, let's get some more stuff into shot. That's a fabulous vintage enamel one. Another butterfly. And the other one of those that we found earlier. And the other one of those. Oh, is it the other one of those? I can't remember if we found that shape already. Don't know. Another one of those, they can go on your hooks. Oh, this is cool. How funny, in my last video I found moons and stars as well. Now that looks like silver. Oh, we've got a marking. What does it say? Mexico, 830, 95. So definitely silver. That's beautiful. That looks like silver too. Yep, I'll put that with the silver pile. Oh, so I reckon we've definitely had our £5 worth already. What do you think? Let me know. Another costume one. That's really pretty. It's not too old, but it's nice if we've got the other one. Just chucking some more beads out of the way. Cut this one free. It's a pair of rather large hoops with faux pearls on. Look like they've never even been worn. That's a waste, isn't it? Oh, this is fun. Looks like little faces on the bead. Do you think they're supposed to be faces? They've been hung that way up. They look like faces to me. What do you think? That's really cool. Let's see if that wire is not magnetic, so I wonder if that has been wrapped in silver wire. Like that. We've got some more studs. Another dangly. Aha! There's the other one that was that sort of kite shape. Vintage one. I'm loving the amount of vintage earrings in here. There's another moon. Oh, that is cool. Flying geese. Love that. Do we think that that is the pair to that one? Kind of looks like it, doesn't it? Let's see if we find any more. And we found the pair to that one. The shell one and the pair to those agate beads. And that was that costume stud we found earlier. Some more faux pearls. That's quite a cool vintage earring with the bow shape. Ah, I can spy another one here. Definitely resell those. Oh, these are those same beads, look, that I thought looked like faces. Am I just seeing faces in things? I don't know. I like those beads. I will reuse those. What is this? That's pretty well tangled up, so I'm going to have to come back to that. Studs with smiley faces on, they're cute. I will check those for marks just in case, but they're probably just costume. Ah, look, there's the pair for that big chunky stone one. I think I will make big dangly hoops with the bottoms, drops rather with the bottoms. Now there's our pair to the dragon. That I think is just costume. It is cold though. Don't know. I will look into that later. Those are nice rose quartz beads there. I will reuse those. If you have an elastic bracelet that pops like this and it's no good anymore, it's really simple to restring it. I did a video just before Christmas on how to make an upcycled elasticated bracelet, and you can use the same method, so I'll drop the link just up here for you if you want to learn how to do that. It's quite an easy fix. I've got some more earring pairs. That's a costume drop. Gosh, my table's going to need a big clean after this session. It's the other costume clip-on we found, and the pair to that silver sparkly one. Those are quite pretty. I'm going to look at those. They're probably cubic zirconias, but I will give them a good look over and check that hallmark. Some more loose bits here. We've got several little baggies with things in, so I'll come back to those. Some more bits of bead and gemstone. That we found one earlier. I was going to say it's the Stella and Dot, but it's not. It's the other flower-shaped one. Aha! There's the other leaf. Oh, that's cool. And it's come off its thing, that's why it was donated. So they will be going onto new hooks and they can be enjoyed by somebody else. Similarly with that one, if we can find the other one. Aha, there's the other teardrop shape one of those. Another 80s fantastic stud. Another bit of that stuff. These have not been polished. I wonder if somebody found them, went hunting for them maybe. Don't know. Let me know if you know. That is a nice earring, wooden one with metal inlay. That might be silver in the inlay there. Beautiful. Race for Life 2016. I think sadly nobody is going to want that, apart from the person that originally ran the race, who obviously didn't want it, otherwise it wouldn't be here. But I can reuse that chain. One of those costume studs. I'd really like to find the other one of those moon and star earrings, because it was gorgeous. There's the other leaf. Aha, and the other one of those. Loose bead. That's a very simple drop earring. Looks like it might be on a silver hook though. Oh yeah, I can see the 925, so that will go, this hook will go in my scrap pile. That's the other one of those. Ooh, is that a tooth, do we think? Or is it bone? Really don't know anything about that. I shall put that to one side. A little box of things. Ah, that's where our cameo came from. Yes, that can be glued back in then. 2 disco ball earring beads, they can be used. This one is hematite, and it probably had little holiday scenes on it. It looks like a souvenir one, but I can reuse these ones in the middle. That's just a cheap lookalike chain. I think it's probably made of plastic, but oh, and it's got a tassel. That would be really cool for an 80s dress up, wouldn't it? So that will go into pre-loved. Oh, I love that bead. It's like a little ammonite fossil. Oh, we'll make those into earrings. Oh look, they're gorgeous. I like those. Gosh, it's got itself all caught up. There's quite a lot of it, look. There's another one of these bangles with the missing stones. I wish manufacturers wouldn't make things like that, because they're just made to go straight into landfill. It's a shame. picking out more beads to go into my tub of things for the children's workshops that I can take off and reuse. What's this one? That looks like silver. I think that probably is silver, and it's very sweet. We've got a little box, found the other one to that earlier, and another stud. Oh, we'll reuse the box as well. Ah, there, that's where that peacock bead came from earlier. And that looks like it might have come off that brooch with the rings. I think that might be the other hoop. Do you remember the squashed one? And yes, I can see it's got a 925 there, so that is sterling silver. What will I do with those? I'll scrap the one that's bent unless I can unbend it, which I will try. And then the other one could go as a single hoop. People buy single earrings now, don't they? I love this shape earring. I find they're quite popular, so those, I'll take the bottom bits off and make those into new earrings. Loose bead there. Oh, little teapot, look at that. Or coffee pot, no, I think it's a teapot. That is another silver one, so I'll pop that in a pile of silver studs. Oh, that's pretty. I get a lot of earrings in this style. Yeah, alpaca Mexico, so Mexico silver one. So Mexico silver is not sterling silver. If you want to know more about silver, I shall pop my video link up here for reading marks on silver jewellery. That will be made into a pendant. Maybe I could drop something in the middle there. There's a couple more pairs to those costume earrings we found earlier. Well, we're getting through it, guys. We're getting through it. There's another pair to that one. Oh, wow, look at this one. That is a very lightweight wood. Oh, that's awesome. Hope we find the other one of those. More hematite in the middle there. We use those beads. And then there's loads more loose bits of this gemstone again. Whoops. To go hunting for that one later. That's a clasp of a vintage bracelet or necklace. So I could maybe fix that one we found earlier, or I could use that to make something new. Dangle drop. I will reuse those beads. And a vintage drop. Ah, here's the other one of those. So they will definitely make new earrings. I love those. Right, so let's just bring those last bits from the side in. We had the other one to that earlier. That's great. That's a nice clip-on. M&S, but pretty. M&S, if you're watching from America, is one of our high street stores. Aha! Yay! Oh, these are my finds so far of the bag. What do you think? I absolutely love those. I was big into moons and stars in the late 90s as a teenager. And I still like all the jewellery that I had then. I've still got it all. That's the pair to the clip-on we found earlier. And that one we found earlier. There's a lovely slice of agate here. That looks like it's come out of its setting, so that could be reused. And the pair for that one that I thought had faces on. Oh no, interestingly, this one is not quite the same. But I will put those onto new hooks. The other fish we found before. Little clip-on faux pearl. That's just a GP costume one. And another vintage clip-on. Loads more of these little roses. That was probably set on a card. Why you need loads of them in different colours, I don't know. And another rose, and that's the other Stella and Dot one. Another piece of that gemstone. and the other one of those earrings that I thought was silver. Loose bead. Pretty drop. No, we've uncovered that one now. Oh look, there's another one of those dangles there off that brooch. Yeah, this was the one that got caught up earlier. The chain has got quite a lot of verdigris on it, but I could put that pendant on a new chain. What do you think? Not sure it's really in right now, but it will be somebody's style. Some more studs in here, another gemstone. Gosh, we're in a bit of a jumble at the bottom now, but we've still got these little bags to look through too. Oh, another leaf earring. How funny, we've got 3 of those now. Need to find a 4th one now. This looks like more vintage earrings. Okay. Those ones don't look very old, but I will put them on new hooks and resell them. These are fabulous 80s or 90s enamel vintage. Quite a collection of those today. And those are just costume studs. I feel like I had a silver stud in my hand then. Oh, there it is. That one looks like sterling silver with a garnet perhaps. It's not quite focusing, there we go. And the other one of those Art Deco style ones. Fun earring. Did we find the other one? No, we haven't found the other one of those yet. More beads. Oh, that's the one that we found earlier that looked like it might be silver. Sorry, showing you off the screen. Whatever this is, it's become detached from what it was. That's got freshwater pearls on it though. So I'll reuse all of those. Let's just test that hoop. No, not silver. That will be reused. Aha! There's another one of these. I'd love to know more about those if you know. Another stud there, another piece of the gemstone. That's the other one that had the silver hook on it. Okay, we're getting there, we're getting there. I find sometimes treasure sinks to the bottom, so you never know what's going to be there. That's a broken chain that I might be able to fix. And another one of those roses. Some sweet little beads on there that I can reuse for earrings or something. We're in a bit of a tangle here. Oh, here's the other one of those studs that we just found. And another one of those. This looks like silver. Sorry. Okay, got a bit of fluff attached. Let me find the end of it. Not magnetic, but I can't see a mark on there, can you? Sometimes when I watch the video back, I can see the mark in the video, even though I couldn't see it in my hand. I can't see anything, but I will look at that a bit more because it does look like silver to me. Oh, my battery is low, so we will see whether we get to the end before the battery dies. That's sweet. Oh, dropped it. That looks like it could be moonstone or a labradorite or something. And I think it's silver as well. Okay, this is all a big tangle, and I think we've seen all the interesting bits, so I'm going to move that. That's just a little faux pearl, but it's quite sweet. And there's another one there, so those can be earrings. Another costume stud. That's a pair of studs that I will make into hooks rather. A big clip-on. Oh, look at these. I love a parrot earring. I have a little collection of parrot earrings, so we shall see whether these make it onto Etsy or not. I love those. More of that 80s and 90s enamel. These have been hand enamelled. Maybe enamelling is all done by hand, perhaps. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's another silver hook, maybe with an amethyst. That I can see is silver as well. Wow, we definitely got a fiver's worth of jewellery in here. Some vintage earrings. Some more leaves. I'll probably take that sparkly off the back and have them like that. Hey, they go with my ring, look. Those are just costume bits. Okay, there's that. Aha! Look what we've got in here. That is the other one of those big wooden ones. The lid of that box we found earlier. Okay, these look interesting. Wow. That's a statement earring and a half, isn't it? How cool. I don't think that's silver. No, and it's magnetic too. But they are a pair, so they'll go onto new hooks. My goodness, I've got a lot of earrings here to work with. There's another Alpaca Mexico one there. That's beautiful. And these ones, I went on holiday for the weekend to Croatia last year and we saw a lot of earrings that style there. There's the pair for that butterfly. Ah, and here's another one of these. So they were earrings rather than a pendant, so that can become a pair of earrings again. Funnily enough, I have the necklace of these, which I got in another, I think it was in a donation bag, so I can pop those together. Another little fish. It's just a pretty costume piece, but there is a pair. That looks like silver. Oh, magnet stuck on something else. Not magnetic, so I think that one needs a check for hallmarks. And here's the other one of those fish. They're really sweet, I like those. Faux turquoise, I think that's, oh, that is stone. That's cheap though. It's not turquoise, I'm sure it's not turquoise. But very pretty. The other one of those that we found earlier, and the other one of those. Or is it the same one? I've lost track now. The other one of those. Oh, these are fun. Those will be going on new hooks. How cool are they? I love a bit of yellow. Ah, and the other one of those wooden ones that we found earlier. Some shell. These are just costume stars. I think we found the other one to that earlier. The chain that I will reuse. We found that one earlier and we've got a pair there. That's a broken necklace. That could become a pendant though, I can cut it there. Okay, there's another one of those rose studs. We're getting there. If you've got this far, kudos to you. Who knows what we might still find though. Brand new on the card earrings. That's pretty cool. Look at that. That looks like a silver back to me. And we have got a pair. I think those are probably 80s. Very cool. What do these ones say? Can't read that. No. Oh, Napier. Costume. And hoops with a tassel. Can we use the tassels? And those can be put onto new hooks as well. Okay. What have I got in this one? Oh gosh, shouldn't have done that. There's some seed beads. I use seed beads all the time. I use them on the ends of my bracelets. I make hoop earrings. And these are dyed shell. They can all be reused. Made a mess of my table now though, haven't I? This is going to be a big clear up. Oh, that's a sweet little vintage pendant. Oh, not a pendant, a brooch, which is broken. That's a shame. The other one of those we found earlier, didn't we? Some hoops, which don't look like they've ever been worn, but I can use their little charms off them. And some more vintage clip-ons. There's a watch strap here. That will go into a lot with some watches. I need to find somebody that does what I do, but with watches, to take all the watch bits from me. More faux pearls. No idea what that is. It's a bit of... Oh, it's a strap. It's come off a watch strap. Lovely. What have I got in here? Those are pretty, aren't they? They look quite old. They have a 95 on the back there. Those are really pretty. I need to look at those in more detail. We have a little Swarovski style birdie. He might stay and sit on my desk. He's quite cute. A brooch which has a piece broken. Does it say something there? Austria? I need to look through Luke. I cannot read that. But there's nothing, now that's come off, if you didn't know that was supposed to be on there, you wouldn't know. So that can be sold as it is. Okay, folks. We are in the last 2 bags now. Wow, that's a stud. Peacock earrings, they will go onto new hooks. And the last bag. I would love to know what you think. Do you know something about something that I've found? Was there something that you particularly loved? Drop me a comment. And don't forget to check out my other videos as well. There's more unboxings, how to clean, how to upcycle, and there's lots more to come. So make sure you subscribe as well. These are vintage or vintage style studs. Look at those ones. Last thing, is there anything in here? Could this be our treasure? That'd be hilarious if it was the last thing we opened. I don't think it is. I don't know. Should we see if it's magnetic? Yes, it's magnetic. That's not gold. Never mind. That would have been nice, wouldn't it, in the last bag? Okay, I hope you've enjoyed. Do pop along to the next video and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.